Oh man, this is a great accomplishment. I made it work. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm a newbie. I know technology, and then YouTube changes the whole concept like every time I get on here, and it's like new. So my apologies for being 15 minutes late. I was, like I said, almost for half an hour now. I've been trying to make this thing work, figuring it out, trying to see what's going on. But I'm in lively spirits, and I appreciate you guys and gals for being patient and waiting and watching and joining me. I have my Stooges shirt on. Probably the quality's not great. I don't even know, but at least I'm on here because, again, I was having issues here figuring all this stuff out. So today we're gonna look at 2 episodes. I'm gonna add them later in the description what episodes, but I'll just tell you what they are. Redecorating. This is from season 2, and the one right after Ricky loses his voice. I kind of miss it. I kind of miss giving you guys and gals the information and everything. So I want to say hi to everyone. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hey, Nathan and Jared. Janaea, is that correct? Cassandra and Joe, nice to see you. Always see your comments. I am back. Always back. Cindy, hello. I can read you now, Christopher. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming back. Isn't it annoying sometimes, technology? It's the best thing in the world, but sometimes it is so difficult. Sup? Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your support, for your love, and watching me from Wisconsin. Where's everyone from? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. It's always nice to hear Wisconsin. So up in the Midwest, upper Midwest. There we go. Words. El Gallito from Dallas, Texas. Awesome. I saw Ohio there. Paul from Ohio. Very, very cool. Look at the comment on your cell phone. Perfect. I love saying names correctly. I usually say them incorrectly, so it's a great accomplishment. Santa Ana, it's not that far. Amarillo, Texas. Another Ohioan? Ohioan. It's like Californian. That sounds weird to me. Floridian? That sounds weird to me. Ohioan. Thank you so much, Debbie. Nothing much, William. Just that sitting here saying hello to everyone. It's been a while. Florida, LA. First time on the live stream. Welcome, Brianna. Awesome. From Texas, New York. I was in New York, in case you guys didn't know. I'm sure some of you knew. If you didn't, I have 3 videos highlighting my trip to New York, including going to the Lucy and Desi Museum. So you should check that out. Let's pull this out now here. I don't know if I skipped a couple episodes or not, but I think this is a good place to continue. It's been a while since we've done these episode looks, where we just like talk about an episode. We can talk about the trip. We can talk about Lucy. I comment on like what I'm looking at. You can pop the episode in. Redecorating. This is from season 2. If you happen to have it, if not, we can just chat. We can just see each other's comments and discuss Lucy and have fun. Yes. Okay. Redecorating. This is a November 24th, 1952 release. Episode 43, filmed on a Friday. I was going to say October. No, August 15th, 1952. Rating share, it's not available. Oh, so frustrating. Supporting cast, Dan Jenkins by Hans Conried. Amazing. Tippy Toe Guy. Same guy. 2 different episodes. Very different acting. Very different accents and everything. Women on the Party Line. Now, that was an interesting little scene because that was taken out in syndication. I can tell you that. And women are there. Now, this is interesting. Dan Jenkins was a favorite writer of Lucy and Desi, and that's the name they use for the actual character played by Hans Conried. So that's kind of cool. What is my footage playing like super slow? Everything's just not going right today. Some other things as well happening offline. It's just like everything compiles against each other. It's like the universe trying to, I don't know, the universe trying to push against whatever we're trying to do, right? So yeah. And my voice, if you don't notice, my voice is like weird. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's just like raspy, and it does that. See? Lower Slobovia. Who said Lower Slobovia? That is awesome, Christopher. Where is that from? That is so cool. If you can name who said that and what episode, it's amazing. Yes, Ancient Aliens is the issue right now. And now I'm getting not enough USB controller resources. What is going on in this universe? I'm telling you right now. Well, I guess usually I plug in my webcam behind my camera. These are all weird or unusual things that I don't really discuss. But if I would unplug it, you wouldn't see me anymore. And so, I don't know. As long as it works, I guess. You lived in MO. Oh, man. That's like a test. Is that Missouri? I'm trying to think. MI? MI is... I think it's not Mississippi. Mississippi's MS. MI? Is it MI? Minnesota? Oh, man. No, Minnesota's MN. We had to memorize those for school. Because it's April Fool's, that's why. And I did an April Fool's joke on the community tab, which you go check out on my channel. Let me tell you, a lot of people said they had like, one guy was like, thanks for giving me a coronary attack. I can't speak today. Why am I doing this? They were like, I had to bypass. Other people were like, I had a heart attack, all these things. Because I said, I'm leaving YouTube and people freaked out. And then it was like, April Fool's. Hello from Pennsylvania. Now, is that a question, Leo? Or is that a statement? I had a pretty good weekend, William. Thank you for asking. B. Paul Marino, for a goof / blooper / flub, did you ever mention when they remodeled the Mertz's apartment at the end of the Ricardo's apartment, a feather lands on Lucy? Now I have. I 100% covered it. The problem is I've had a couple blooper videos removed because of copyright. And so like I can see them, but no one else can see them, which is unfortunate, obviously. And all I can say is it was there, but I don't know if it's visible now. But I'm going to eventually like remake those and put those up. They're going to be like re-uploads just so I have like all the season bloopers, and I have more bloopers for you. As I see them, I write them down. I have my little notebook. Like it was funny. Yesterday at night, I was watching, what episode was I watching? Oh man, I don't even remember what episode I was watching. Oh yes, I was watching Ricky's Movie Offer with Frank Nelson in it. It's not seen in syndication very often at all. I've never seen it until I got the DVDs, to be honest with you. And I just saw that episode and I was like, I have an idea. Like literally it came like that. Got my little notebook out, wrote out 8 episodes. I won't reveal what it is. You guys got to stay tuned. But I wrote 8 episodes that carry that theme, and then I'm going to make a video on it. So it gives you a little insight to how they come up. Usually it's watching an episode. Sometimes I'm showering and I think up an idea. It happens. Oh, MI is Michigan. Okay. Was I even correct? Did I even say that? I think I might have said that. Thanks, Arf. I appreciate that about the tech problems. I'm going to have to do a couple tests just off camera because now YouTube has done some things behind the scenes stuff where they're starting to change all the interfaces. Like hashtags aren't allowed now. Like, you know, things are obviously updating. That's life. Things update, right? But it's like the whole setup is different now. I had a way, which I did in my live streams. It was very easy. Now they changed the whole thing. So just to let you know, enough of that. Missouri. What are some of your favorite all-time shows? Great question. Hogan's Heroes, boom, put it up there. What else? I'm kind of cheating here because I'm looking at my other shows here. Oh, The Munsters. Well, everything that I cover, you guys should know, everything that I cover on my channel, I really, really love, especially like right now. Like these are my favorite shows ever. Gilligan's Island. I really love Gilligan's Island. We're not saying it otherwise quality. I just love the show. Like it's one of my favorite shows ever. Gilligan's Island. I love Lucy. I love the Three Stooges. I know those are short movies, but I love them as well. It's comedy. I'm really into comedy. If that didn't tip you off yet, I Dream of Jeannie. I'm looking at a couple. Taxi. I haven't really got into Taxi that much. I've seen a good amount of the episodes, but not a lot of them. Family Matters. I'm looking. Hogan's Heroes. I said. I Love Lucy's like my number one. Home Improvement. I haven't done many episodes on that. I love that show. Twilight Zone. Yeah, so lots of stuff. Twilight Zone isn't really comedy, but I think it's a very well written show. And I love good storylines. I'm missing those things. If by any chance I don't get to your question, a great way to prevent that from happening is to do a super chat. You can see the super chat icon below. It's the money sign. Another way you can just ask again, but sometimes it's hard to like obviously go to every single one's question, but I try to get to as many people as possible. Yeah, so maybe I could start earlier next time. But the thing is, you can't, Here's what's the problem. Even if I start early and I'm ready, I gotta go live. And I did that like twice before and it didn't go live. Like it was like can't set up thing. And I'm like, So it's like you can't test it that I know of in a way that where I can go live and be like, okay, it's working, and then just like leave it. So when you test it, it's like I appear like before I'd appear and then I had to cut it. So anyway, Family Matters. Ooh, love Family Matters. I think it's one of my favorite shows from the 90s. Trying to think. I would say it's top 5 for sure. For sure. Home Improvement's up there. Seinfeld. Oh, Seinfeld. How can I not mention Seinfeld? And I love Seinfeld. Seinfeld's up there. Seinfeld's probably my favorite. Then we go to like Family Matters. Then we get to Home Improvement. Then Family Matters. Yeah. Andy Griffith, I've seen as a kid. I just don't have the passion for the show in terms of like watching it. It's kind of slower paced and the comedy is different. It's very different from I Love Lucy. Not surprised. Like it's a very different type of comedy. For me, my highlight was Don Knotts, and he was very Lucille Ball type comedy, which is what I like. Andy Griffith was just very calm. I don't even know if it's more like, trying to think. He wasn't satire, but like his comedy was like poking fun at Don Knotts or being like, oh, like you're doing well there, Bon, and Bonnie was like, well, and he would do that and stuff. So yes, Full House I watch and I like, but I don't have like a passion for Full House. It's just something that I would watch once in a while. I haven't watched the new stuff. Brady Bunch I've never seen in my life, and Three's Company I have seen a lot of the episodes, not all of them, but I've seen a lot of them. Look at all those chickens. Golden Girls, I did see as a little boy, not so much lately. How did I get into making these videos? Thanks for all the hard work. Greetings from us in the Bronx, New York. Hey, Antonio Burrito. Awesome name. How did I get into making these videos? I was in New York recently, so I was in your neighborhood roughly. Yeah, I started my channel, for people who don't know, because I've had a lot of new people come to my channel, through gaming. I just started gaming because I love gaming, and it was a great way to talk and like just chat with people and connect. And I've always loved Lucy since 3 years old. And I decided, like, I've noticed things growing up of like, I wonder if anyone's ever noticed that Jack Albertson's on I Love Lucy and Aaron Spelling and things like that. And I'm sure people caught it, but I just said, let me just make a video on it. Who knows if people would watch it? I didn't think many people would watch it. I was happy if like 20 people would see it. 20 people saw it, then 50 people saw it, then 100 people saw it, then 1,000, then 5,000, 10,000. It's one of my most watched videos right now, hovering at around 300,000. My most watched is almost at 1 million. And I was like, okay, people like this. I'm going to do more. There are nerds out there like me. And I say that as a compliment. So yes. Yes, I'm an 80s baby. I'll say that. I am an 80s baby. Don Knotts, heart for Don Knotts. That was a weird heart. I can't even do it. Do you ever watch the spin-off for I Love Lucy, the Lucy Show with Lucille Ball and Vivian Vance? Wow, I can't speak today. My apologies. I love Vivian Vance. Yes, I have. I've seen all of her other shows. I've seen at least one episode of all of her TV shows, but I've seen more. Like I've seen a lot of the Lucy Show. I've seen a lot of Here's Lucy. Dragnet, I have seen a lot of episodes. I've also seen Emergency. Remember that old show, Emergency with fire trucks? I liked it with Adam 12 because it kind of went along. It's like cops, firefighters. It was like perfect. And then Dragnet. It was like, they would show it on a station we had here when I was younger, when I was around 10. Station 56. I don't know if that resonates because stations change depending on where you're from. And it was like, just like had old shows, and it was like public access, I think. And they would just show like after school, they would show like Hogan's Heroes, and I would watch it, or they would show Dragnet, and I'd watch all the shows. I did watch Adam West type stuff. I was a big Batman fan. That's what got me into Batman. But I really was into the 89 Batman. I've never seen an episode of MASH. Could you imagine that? I have never met Lucy. She passed away before I was even born. So I'm not that old. You probably can do the math. The Honeymooners I have seen, yes. Ooh, what are some of my favorite video games? Minecraft, I'm kind of taking a break off of Minecraft. I like a lot of like city builders. I'm playing like a prison game where like you build a prison and you manage it and you run it, trying to make money. It's like you make a business. Any business type managing games I love. Again, very nerdy. I don't really like a lot of shooting games as much as like I used to when I was younger. So a lot of like thinking, creating, designing type games, farming simulator, stuff like that. Does Desi Arnaz get the credit he deserves? I don't think he does. He needs to get more credit. Desi needs to get most of the credit for the show. Now, he also has to get credit along with Jess Oppenheimer. He's the least given credit, and I think he should be given a lot more. I think Desi gets more credit than Jess Oppenheimer. Jess should get as much or maybe even a little more than Desi. That's not downplaying Desi, but Jess Oppenheimer was the main writer. He was the creator of the show. He did move the show along for most of the seasons, 90% of seasons, 5 seasons out of 6. So he was the show, essentially, like his brain. He was the brains. Even Lucy said Jess Oppenheimer is the brains of the show. Lucy was the actress in the show. She had pretty much no say in production. She had a few things with like dialogue she would change. She'd be like, well, Lucy would say this, or Lucy wouldn't do this. She would even argue sometimes thinking Lucy would never do this putty nose thing. And then they had to kind of act it out for her. Madeline P. Davis would, and she was a writer. And then when she would do it, Lucy would see it and be like, that could work. Yeah. New Jurassic Park game looks good. Is that the Jurassic World where you build your own park? I have it, yeah. Yep, eyeball. Let's see. Elizabeth Patterson, Alan Jenkins, Catherine Card, all great. And I have seen him in old movies. I've seen Ricky's mom. Now, the lady who plays Ricky's mom, I can't think of her name, in an older movie. I think she was in a Marx Brothers movie. It's kind of interesting. I think she's, you know what she's in? Night at the Opera with the Marx Brothers. Is that right? Night at the Opera. The opera one. I have seen the Nutty Professor movies. Yep, with Eddie Murphy. I've seen episodes, Yolanda, of Wild West shows, but I really haven't gotten into them. I do like westerns though, which is kind of weird. Like I like Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Clint Eastwood stuff. Did Desi actually do it, or was it Carl Freud? Well, you have to understand they were a team. Desi recruited Carl, and Carl did a lot of the lighting setup. He was like the practical guy. Desi had the idea. Desi was like, well, let's do this. He would like solve the problem. Carl would kind of implement it. Desi wasn't up there putting a light up. Desi wasn't up there adjusting the light, setting it up. He said, we need lights. We need a stand here for people to sit. Wait, who's going to do that? People would say. And he'd be like, no, we need that. And then the cameras, 3 cameras. What is that about? So it was Desi. It was definitely Desi. I would say Carl implemented it. So it was very much a team effort. Thank you, Paul. Have a great night. Well, Will, it was Lucy Jr., as I call her affectionately, Lucy Arnaz Luckenbill, who decided, I'm guessing along with her brother, to move Lucy's remains to Jamestown. Because she was originally here up until 2001, I believe, in a Los Angeles cemetery, or in a Hollywood cemetery. Yeah, so, I mean, it was them. They were the ones in charge of all that. Ooh, who do I think is prettier, Morticia Addams or Lily Munster? So we're asking me about the character. I don't know. I guess that's hard. You know why, Joseph? Because if you're asking it that way, you're asking me the character, and the character obviously changes depending on the actress, and so it would depend. So I can't give you a clear answer, unfortunately. Oh, Gerald. Is that correct? Yeah, Gerald. Did Lucy and the cast ever really travel to Europe or Cuba? I think this is an amazing question, and I'm surprised a lot of people don't know this. I guess because I'm nerdy and I get into it. But no, they never left Los Angeles in terms of the show. When you see them in Europe, they're in the same, they're literally walking on the same ground where the apartment was. They just literally move the set and they make another one, put it around. So when Lucy was like at Buckingham Palace with like the guard in red, I'm sorry, I forgot the technical term, the British Guard for the Queen, the Royal Guard, that was literally where the apartment is. Yep. And the hotel room for Hollywood, it was the same location. Although they did have 2 separate studios. So season 1 through half of season 2, most of season 2 was in basically one location, one studio, and then they moved the rest of the series at another one. Do the writers know Spanish, or did Desi collab with them for his lines? Let me tell you, the writers are very white, and from what I knew, they didn't know any Spanish, so I am very sure that that was Desi's thing. A lot of his Spanish was, I don't want to say it's ad-libbed. I could say maybe he had a great idea of what he was gonna say, but yeah. So that was all Desi, pretty much. Let's just say that. I'm trying to be careful with my words, so I don't like. I want to be as factual and correct as I can. Thank you, Daisy. Okay, so in case I don't get to your question, guys and gals, that's what the super chat is for, and that's also you should also ask again. I talk about different topics on here. Believe me, I'm one person, and there's sometimes over 50 people, and it's hard to get to everyone. So if I don't get to yours, just patiently wait and ask, and I'd be happy to do that. Okay, Perplexia. What do you think of William Frawley getting the role of Fred instead of Frank Nelson? I never heard that Frank Nelson was up for Fred. Could be mistaken. Gail Gordon was. Yeah, I think Bill Frawley was the perfect choice, hands down. Sorry, Gail Gordon, you are great, but could not fill the shoes of Bill Frawley. That's me. I don't know if I could get. I mean, everyone can have their opinion, right? But I really think that, especially looking at all of their performances, I think Bill Frawley is Fred Mertz, and Fred Mertz is Bill Frawley. Ask Lucille Ball. She said that many times. She's like, Bill Frawley is Fred Mertz. She said that, and I would agree with her. Have you been to Hollywood? I'm very close to Hollywood, so I have been to Hollywood, yes. I hope everyone is having a great day, a positive day. Don't worry, just put it aside. We're going to just enjoy the day, just chat and have some fun on the live stream. I have watched Happy Days. Laverne and Shirley, never. So, Christine, what made me interested in these shows? Very simply, I would blame quote unquote. I'll blame cartoons. Cartoons and the way TV is set up. They have Saturday morning cartoons. I used to watch those, and as the day continues, they get less and less kid friendly. And I don't mean that like in a bad way, but you start with cartoons, then the cartoons get a little more. I don't want to say adult, but like there's more like a jokes where you can hear like Animaniacs, where there's more references to like old movies where little kids won't even know. And then you continue on, and then you start getting live action shows like I Love Lucy. And so I would just keep watching TV, and I would watch I Love Lucy, and I loved it. And I was like, well, who's this Harpo Marx guy? I'm sorry, I was a little kid, right? I didn't know who that was. And because he was funny on Lucy, I would look him up. I was like, wow, he has movies. And I liked his movies, the Marx Brothers. And I was like, well, people were like, well, if you like the Marx Brothers, you should like Charlie Chaplin. And, it's just a never ending web of stuff. Best thing you saw in New York apart from the museum? Absolutely the skyline was amazing. Thank you, Cindy. I'd say appreciate, but I'm happy and I appreciate they like my posts. Nose is itchy. Yes, I have heard about the remake of Twilight Zone. I have seen the movie Us and Get Out, and I like them both. I liked Us better. I'm not going to get into the review of it or something like that. I used to do movie reviews, but I don't know. You guys like this content more. I've never seen Columbo, to be honest with you. I don't know what to think of it. I think the original can't be topped, and honestly, I don't know. I feel like they keep rehashing these shows, and I'm not in favor of it. To each their own, but honestly, I think that's why they fail, because people don't really want to see them. I mean, it speaks for itself. Why do you think people watch I Love Lucy? It's a 60-year-old show, right? Why won't they just remake it and just do that? Because nothing will compare, so. Well, D, I am agreeing with you 100% in regards to Frawley. He was literally perfect. I think Vivian Vance was great as Ethel, but I think Bill Frawley was a better cast for Fred Mertz than Vivian Vance was for Ethel Mertz. Although I love Vivian as Ethel. I don't think, what's her name? It's escaping me. Barbara Pepper would have done her justice. I don't even think B. Benaderet would have done Ethel Mertz justice. Not that they're bad actresses or anything. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. What is my favorite I Love Lucy episode? Now, I'm sure it's going to change. Before, I used to love the chocolate episode, and then that got superseded by other episodes. And so at this point, it is still home movies. But I don't know, guys and gals. It's actually kind of moving over to LA at Last, which is a lot of yours favorite. I go by my own list. Like, I'm not being swayed. I don't know how many people would say that home movies is their favorite episode. You know, I let's see, I try to be a leader in that sense, like make my own choice. But yeah, LA at Last is really good. But I also like California Here We Come. And I don't know, I just really like the vibe from California Here We Come all the way through. So yeah. You can't remake awesome. Comment of the day, John Smith. I have to shout you out. Very, very true. I'm an 80s kid. John H., you're joining late, but you are here, and that's what counts. Oh, Yolanda, you missed my reviews? I appreciate that. I enjoy doing them. The thing was, there was a lot that would go into them, and I couldn't use a lot of the footage. I might do them more in the future, to be honest with you. It's just sometimes, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes we do certain things, like I'll show you some behind-the-scenes YouTube stuff. I'll share it. Sometimes you make certain videos, and then I don't want to say you get sick of it, but it's like you want to break. You know, you just want to break from it. And, you know, for the movie reviews, I just want to break from the Three Stooges. I wanted to break. I've done almost 50 Stooge shorts that I've reviewed. And I don't know, I take breaks with gaming too. Like I leave a game, then I come back a year later or something, and I come at it with new eyes and I enjoy it again. And so I always want to do that. There may be a day where I'll have Lucy on hiatus and I'll focus on other shows. Doesn't mean I don't like Lucy. I play games all the time and I just don't post gaming. So, you know, it just depends. But I appreciate your guys' very much support. Yeah, right. Desi not getting nominated for an Emmy, but Lucy won tons, right? She won a lot of them. Yeah, so David, there are available there's available copies of the scripts, like real copies. It's like, you know, from the originals. I don't think the originals are in that great of a shape. But I can tell you that, yes, a lot of Lucy's expressions, like the spider, they would put spider face, and then that would be the ooh one, ooh, and then it would be her top lip this way, bottom lip this way, that kind of look. That would be another name. And so they would add code words so that she would know what expressions to make. Everything that Lucy did, every movement, every expression, every eye twitch, she planned out and she practiced meticulously to the point where some people were annoyed by it because she would do it so much to perfection. Mr. Bean, if you guys know Rowan Atkinson, does the exact same thing. Harpo Marx is the opposite. He pretty much ad-libbed a lot of his stuff. It's just different styles, different methods. Because some people think like Lucy is like, wow, she's so great at coming up at those expressions on the spot. That's incorrect. She practiced everything. You might be like when she goes like that, like she practiced that, which is funny to think about because it seems so spontaneous, but that was her strength. Laurel and Hardy. Have I ever? I have to do this. One second. I've been asked, have I ever seen Laurel and Hardy? Right here. Laurel and Hardy. Yes. So if you guys could see my collection, it's not presentable. Like it's okay, but I want to make it in a nicer, and this room that I use to record and stuff isn't huge. And so I wish I could have everything like nicely set up. Maybe in the future, but not right now. Yeah, guys, I would suggest not posting links just because YouTube will censor them. It's unfortunate. It's just one of those things, guys and gals. Like it's like funny. There's things that you guys have to abide by that YouTube like, and there's things that I have to abide by that I don't even share. And so, yeah, so it's unfortunate. So just know that you can't really post links in videos and stuff. They will get like hidden. There's all this stuff. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Hey, Kathy, nice to see you. What's my favorite episode, Kyle? So earlier someone asked, and that's okay. We can re-ask. You probably weren't there when I said that before, but that's okay. Home movies. I love the episode Home Movies, but I'm telling you, it's switching. I've liked Home Movies as one of my favorite episodes since I started doing Lucy here. But now that I've watched the show just so much more, I watch it daily almost. I'm really, really liking LA at Last. Like it's probably going to overtake Home Movie soon is my favorite. And California, Here We Come. Yeah, that episode. Lucy was a perfectionist. You like Lucy Tells the Truth. That's not a very common liked episode, but it is a fairly good episode. Will I ever do Laurel and Hardy vids? Probably. Yep. You have a few old MASH scripts. Wow, like actual scripts or copies of the scripts? Baldovinos. So, Jennifer, have you ever visited Desi Museum? I have. I did recently, a couple months ago. Last month in March. It just felt like it's been forever. I've put 3 videos up. One of them focuses on the entire trip regarding Lucy. The other focus on New York and what we did on the rest of the trip. So go ahead and take a look. After this. It's there. It won't go anywhere. Ooh, Kyle, how do you find all these facts on the monsters in Lucy? I'm starting to get this question a lot more, and I'll just say this. You know how some cooks have recipes and they keep the recipe secret? I'm gonna have to play that card, guys and gals. I'm just gonna have to. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Do you like that they colorized LA at Last? I don't mind that they colorized LA at Last. I still watch it. I still like it. I love the color though. Excuse me. I love the black and white though. The color is fine because it lets me know some things I didn't know about the black and white. However, I really go back to the black and white. Oh, definitely, Will D. Did I get a sense of the differences between the East Coast and the West Coast when you visited? I thought you said lived. I was like, I didn't live in New York City. No, you're correct. New York City when I visited. Oh, so different. The sidewalks over there compared to us, okay, are huge. You guys have huge sidewalks if you're on the East Coast. And your streets are very like narrow compared to ours. We have huge streets and our sidewalks are barely like 2 people. Sometimes you have to walk like on the street, rarely, but sometimes you do. Like the sidewalk isn't even wide enough. Some people ride their bikes on the sidewalk, which is illegal, but they still do it. It's annoying. So they ride you off the sidewalk. It's just very different there. People honk. People start crossing before the crosswalk. We don't do that. It's just interesting, but I liked it. I really liked it. Karen, I was in Buffalo last month. Do you like Kung Fu? I've never seen it, John. Hey, nice to see you, Chad. Awesome that you're on the live stream. Baldovinos, what are Lucy and Desi Jr. up to today? I know Lucy Jr. or Lucy Luck and Bill is doing like Broadway and things like that. Like she sings, she dances. Yeah, she did a lot of her singing and dancing like earlier, and I don't know if she's laying more low key now. Desi Jr. has kind of retreated from the limelight, so I think he's just living a personal life, kind of a private life. Let's just say. Have you watched Three's Company? Oh yeah, I love that show. Yes, John, you are correct. Desi and Lucy met John Smith. Great question. In the movie Too Many Girls, well, they got married in 1940, but they met on that set, and kind of a cool story. It's kind of a cool story. I hint that this is playing so slow because the episode should have been done. So let me just jump over to the other episode. I'll probably be on for another like 15 or so minutes. So I'm just going to skip over to that, play this episode, and give you the facts on Lucy. It's just playing like half the speed for some reason. I've got some USB issues I've got to correct. Anyway, guys and gals, Ricky loses his voice. It's a December 1st, 1952 release. Episode 44, filmed on a Friday, August 22nd, 1952. Yeah. Rating share, 74.1 out of 91. That's really, really good. Supporting cast, Mr. Chambers, Arthur Q. Bryan. Now, Arthur Q. Bryan, if you guys don't know, Mr. Chambers was actually the voice of Elmer Fudd. I do cover that as well as other cartoon voices. I think I made 2 or 3 videos on that. People that were on I Love Lucy that you probably never knew did famous cartoon voices, which is amazing. You should go check that out. I'll just spoil that right now. Also, Hans Conried that we just saw was the original Captain Hook, voice for Captain Hook. So that's really interesting. And again, so you should check out my videos. I have tons of videos. Some people don't even know that I have all these videos. I would recommend everyone right now, when you finish, take a look at my playlists. I have playlists where I kind of organize like I Love Lucy videos, and you click on it and it just plays through them. And if you've seen that one, you can just skip to the next one. It's really cool. And so it makes sure that you don't miss anything. And then that links you to other stuff like Monsters and Addams Family. You have links in the description for all those playlists. So enjoy. Okay, Mr. Chambers. The Flappers were Gertrude Astor, Hazel Pierce, who was Lucy stand-in, Helen Williams, Marion B. Enfield, Barbara Pepper. I didn't know that was her other name. And a bunch of songs, of course, that were used. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Barbara Pepper was one of the choices for Ethel Mertz, one of Lucy's good friends in real life. She was not chosen because she had kind of a drinking problem, and Bill Frawley did, and they were like, we don't want two people with drinking problems. So they decided to pass on her. And, you know, nothing against Barbara Pepper. She was on I Love Lucy in several episodes, so we do get to see her acting chops, but I prefer Vivian Vance and her work. Yep, B. Benaderet was the original voice of Granny, and I cover that in my videos. Elmer Fudd. Rocket Man. Have you ever thought of reviewing Dick Van Dyke? I have only seen one episode of Dick Van Dyke, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I haven't seen much of it. And I think I watched the first episode and I wasn't like drawn in. Maybe I gotta watch certain ones. But yeah, I've never had like a draw to the show, to be honest with you. Beverly Hillbillies I have, but then I wasn't really like a super fan of it, even though I watched it. Which Three Stooges episode from 1940 is your favorite? Your favorite is You Naughty Spy. Well, I'm not that good, William. I don't know if I can think of a year and then give you like my favorite from the year, but I will do this. Because like even if you say, what's your favorite I Love Lucy episode from 1954? Then I have to think, and that's like, well, I think that's season 4, so what's my favorite? You know, but Stooges, I don't know like that but I got 42 right here, or 1940. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them that were released in 1940. You Nazi Spy is a great one. A Plumbing We Will Go. I love A Plumbing We Will Go. I love Shemp's version too. And yeah, so I would think those two. You Nazi Spy and I just said it, Rick. A Plumbing We Will Go. Yeah. Any other vintage shows? Hogan's Heroes is amazing. Really funny. If you like World War II at all in history, watch Hogan's Heroes. It's funny and it's not depressing. It's hilarious. Family Matters is a great show. It's a little newer. If you want more 60s shows, it depends what type of comedy you like. If you like more slapstick, like Stooges is great. You really want to watch Marx Brothers. If they do more like singing, dancing, vaudeville, like type like speaking routines, like really smart, witty dialogue, things like that. What else? Gilligan's Island I love. It's more like nutty, cartoony, you know? Where's Little Ricky now? Now that's kind of a loaded question because you're talking about the character because he was played by 6 individuals. Believe it or not, the character of Little Ricky and I Love Lucy. Or are you talking about the actual Desi Arnaz Jr.? I love the Tennessee Ford episodes. I do. I know some people don't like him. I respect that. I understand that. I know why. I can understand that. So yeah. So the actual Little Ricky Leo. Okay. So he was Desi Arnaz Jr. He kind of leads a secluded life. I don't want to use the word secluded, but like I mentioned earlier, he's kind of doing his private thing. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get too much into his life because there's a lot of like stuff to his life, and I don't want to just like say it. I don't know. I would say if you want to Google it and look, he's kind of leading a private life, like I said right now. I know you guys are asking me, but like that's a direction I don't want to go, at least in the live stream. But yeah, go ahead and take a look. Did Desi wear elevator shoes because he was shorter than Lucy? Johnny, he wore elevator shoes. In case you guys didn't know, Desi wore lifts. There was also lifts on the couch, or lifts or cushions on the couch that were used, and they were used to make Desi taller and bigger compared to Lucy so that he can look bigger and taller. Remember, it was the 50s. I'm very cautious. Like I'm very protective of my shows. I'm a history guy. I studied like ancient history, and I'm very protective of the history too. And seeing history in its own bubble, like in its isolated, like we need to look at our time and our bubble. That's just my opinion. It's a very like we can say machista attitude. But he was Latino, and I'm not defending it. I'm just saying like understand it. I was a teacher, and I always tell my students understand the time. You don't have to agree with it, but yeah. So I don't want to segue much into that, but yes. Chad Baxter, you're starting off the live stream with an awesome $4.99 donation. Thank you so much for doing that. That's through the super chat. You are awesome. Home movies, we know, is your favorite episode. You got it. You remember, Chad. And the Europe ones, not so great. Excluding those, which episode is your least favorite? Ooh, and be hopeful. I love it. The signature phrase of the channel, in case you guys and gals didn't know. Oh my gosh, we almost have 70 people on the live stream at a time. That's the most I've ever had. So I do appreciate it. That's a big deal for a guy talking about Lucy, in my opinion. So very cool. Thank you. What's my least favorite episode, excluding those? I will tell you. I don't like Lucy's Last Birthday, season 2. I don't like Scotland episode, and I don't like Ricky's girlfriend. I really don't like that, where Lucy had that dream sequence where like he was gonna leave her. It was just kind of too sad for me, and the only redeeming quality was the ending. So I wasn't really happy about it, to be honest with you. I really didn't like those 3. That would be my bottom 3. Maybe if you guys have a really bad one that I'm just missing, I'll agree with you. I'll be like, no, I like that one. But yeah, so I gave you 3 right there. So awesome. Thank you so much, John, telling everyone to like and subscribe. It really does help, guys and gals. It really, really does help the algorithm and to let people know to watch my channel. And you guys have been doing that. And I would say if you could do it for every episode, takes a second, every video, I so much appreciate it. But even if you do it once for one video, it helps. The more you do it, the more it helps. But that's why my channel's been growing so much recently. I'm getting 200 to 300 subscribers a day, which is nuts. It's like 1,000 subscribers in a couple days. Like it's nuts. We're almost at what, like 27. I could see this is a really cool thing. It's like I guess it's not an app. It's just a website. I just want to show you guys. It's a live counter, and it shows you live how many subscribers I have, and it's really, really cool because as it goes up, like that's actually people subscribing. So I don't even know if this is like a thing where it could be seen. There we go. And so I don't know if that will go up at all, but if it does, it's just so hard, the reflection. It's making it difficult. It's a little bright. And yeah, and sometimes you'll lose a subscriber. Sometimes you'll get a subscriber. So yeah, so it's kind of cool. Maybe leave it and just see what's up. Awesome. Thank you so much, John. Let's see. Oh man, we just went down. And there we go back up. That's how it is. It's constantly going up and down and up and down. So it's kind of funny. It is what it is. Now watch this go. 800, 700, 809, 808. It's actually kind of funny. I find it hilarious. The Scotland episode is my least favorite. I have many of the rest to call my favorite. Lucy overlaps in the Three Stooges territory. Yep, really showing how far she went. Very, very true. Discovered your story about the real names of Gilligan characters. You just asked about that. Awesome. Will this ever go? When it goes to 11, I'll let you know. Guys, see, it's work. It's work waiting for subscribers. It's not easy at all. But if you aren't subscribed, now's the time to hit, and we can see it over here. We can see it live go up. So it's kind of cool. Greg Saunders, thank you so much for your donation during the live stream. I appreciate it. $10. Great way to continue the live stream. Awesome. Thank you, J Money. I appreciate it. What is my favorite episode? My favorite episode, as of now, is Home Movies. And Bonus Bucks is second. But like I said, I think that, I don't know, Elliot Last will definitely be an episode that, I don't know, will surpass Home Movies for sure. Definitely your favorite is Lucy Meets William Holden. Desi in the nose scene. In the nose scene. Makes me laugh every time I cry and see it. It's hilarious. I've never seen Sergeant Bilko. Oh, there we go. See, 811. And that's how it is. That's how the grind is, guys and gals. That's how this work turns out. People unsubscribe and subscribe, and obviously takes the average, but it's just amazing. You guys have been amazing and so helpful and so wonderful, and have really got me to fulfill my dreams in doing this, and being a YouTuber, and doing well in it. And it's amazing. Like, there are no words to really appreciate or just show my appreciation. So I keep saying thank you. You subscribed the first time you found my channel. Awesome, the big. You're great. Awesome, awesome. Now, guys and gals, this is a great scene. We have Lucy and Ricky in the bedroom. Ricky is kind of having that throat issue like I'm having right now. And it's great to see him struggling, quote unquote, and Lucy coming in there with like an apron, like a doctor, and seeing his mouth and be like, oh yeah, you have all these colors, blue, white, red, all these things. She was like making fun of him. But I love this because Lucy staged the show, meaning like she set up all the acts for the show. I didn't know what that meant when I was younger, meaning like she set it up, even though the thought by Ricky was that Mr. Chambers, his boss, was going to stage it. But Mr. Chambers thought Ricky was going to stage it. And so it was like a tricky thing. And then Lucy did whatever she wanted. And it was hilarious because you had these old flappers, these old showgirls that Fred brought, and they're really old. They were like in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. And it's just hilarious. Like, I love that episode. Lucy comes out with the ukulele. What else? We see Mr. Chambers dance, Elmer Fudd. He's on I Love Lucy, so it's just great. William, right now, my favorite stand-up comedian is Sebastian Maniscalco. He is on Netflix. He's amazing. He reminds me of me. He's got Italian in him like I do, and a lot of his jokes resonate with me, so he's cool. Joe Coy is also amazing, Filipino comedian. What is your guys' favorite episode, guys and gals? Go ahead, put it in the live chat. Favorite I Love Lucy episode. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Perplexia coming in with a $5 donation. Thank you so much. You are awesome, Perplexia X, may I add. I didn't know I could do this. Well, awesome. I didn't know you guys didn't know how to. Yeah, so it's a super chat, and it's wonderful because it highlights your comments, obviously, and it keeps it there for a while. It highlights that you're a big channel supporter. It gives you guys recognition, and it's a good way to support the channel. I try to use everything that comes from YouTube toward giveaways and things like that. I'm having a giveaway right now, and I'm going to do a big giveaway in the near future. Probably I keep saying the last one was the biggest one, but the next one's probably going to be the biggest one. So you're awesome. Hope this helps you out. It does, Perplexia, because you guys just watching, just thumbing up, just subscribing, that helps out. And this is just even more than that. You're going above and beyond the call. So you got to go to bed. Sweet dreams. Enjoy the dreaming state, and rock on. You rock on. The Clayhead episode. So you're talking about Brad, the Sculptress episode. I'll kind of go through them. Season 2. The Diner had a great pie fight. The Diner, Season 3. Job Searching, Season 2. More money, great. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it going, John. Why am I talking like this? The Chocolate Candy Line, episode, Season 2. Vitamin of Edgervin, Season 1. The owner got a pie in the face. Great. Yes, that was Mr. Oh, man, what was his name? But he was in a Marx Brothers production as well. He was on The Circus. In The Circus? The Circus movie. Never Do Business with Friends. Season 2, right? The washing machine episode. Favorite season? Season 4. I have to do it. Season 3 is my second favorite. I'm just pulling these out. Let's see. Lucy Meets William Holden, Season 4. Italian Birthday, Season 5. Bon Voyage, Season 4. Wait, Season 5, my bad. William Holden episode, John Wayne. I love the John Wayne episode. The Scotland episode. Oh, man. It's different. It's just different. It's very musically oriented, Not the best, in my opinion. But actually, Lucy Hernandez Luckenbill loved it the most. LA at Last, Migto. When they moved to Connecticut, as Ricky would say, Connecticut. Ernie Ford episodes. Oh, yeah, season 3. The Diner Owner. Please don't squeeze a Sherman. Not sure I know which one you're referring to. When they go to court over the TV, Season 2, The Courtroom. Oh, the diner owner? Well, I can look it up for you guys. That's my job. I want you guys to relax. No, you can totally do it, John. You probably beat me to it, and that's fine. I mean, that's my job, right? I'm slacking here. So that's season 6 of the diner, right? Wait, we're talking about the diner when okay, that's season 3. I was going to 6. Okay, season 3, bonus plus. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to even remember. Yeah, the diner. So his name was. Where is he? Mr. Watson. James Burke. Mr. Watson. There you go. How about the fundraise show? Could you be more specific? There was a few fundraiser shows. I've never seen the Bob Newhart show. Did Lucy speak any Spanish? She spoke some words. I'm sure Desi showed her, but for the most part, no. Not really. The bread blowing the oven door open. Season 1. Pioneer Women. Grape stomping in Italy. Season 5. Where Lucy had a big accident. She almost died. Like, YouTube is very cryptic about what you can write and when you can't write and monetization and stuff. And I almost wrote, like, this is the episode which Lucy almost died. Because it's true. It's not clickbait. Like, it's so true. She says it in the book. And she was, like, choking. The lady was holding her head down. I made a whole episode on it. But I had to put, like, accident. So you have to be creative. Sometimes with titles. It's just funny. Oh, you're right, John H. He was also on Lucy Desi Comedy Hour. He was the horse guy, the guy who gave the horse to little Ricky, who delivered it. Yeah, you are correct. Did Lucy speak Spanish? Someone asked that just a bit ago, but that's okay. Lucy did speak words. She knew words here and there. I'm sure Desi showed her, but yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting to know that she really never learned fluently. Great stomping. Hello from Turkey. Across the world, probably drill right through Los Angeles and get to Turkey. Awesome. Abdullah Korkmaz, thank you so much for being on the live stream all the way from Turkey. What time is it? What time is it in Turkey? Is it, let's see, it's probably morning, right? Probably morning or even like noontime. You're probably eating lunch, right? And I'm going to sleep soon. I'm going to eat dinner, a late dinner, kind of. Hey, Brandy, nice to see you on the live stream. We just talked a little bit about I Love Lucy. We looked over. We're finishing an episode right now. Ricky loses his voice, ending really soon, 5-10 minutes or so. And right now, redecorating before that. So just talking about Lucy, enjoying the time. Abdullah, do you watch I Love Lucy in Turkey? And let me ask you, do you watch it in English? Do you watch it in Turkish? Pardon if that's not correct. Or is it Arabic? But I would be really interested in knowing that. That is awesome. Awesome. Who played Teensy and Wincy, the singing twins? Great question. I will tell you right now. Some people can probably type it in and find it faster. I'm old school, guys and gals. I'm using the book. I'm going to the book right now. Teensy Weensy is from season 4. This is when they were going over to LA and they were having a couple of issues. Tennessee bound. The Borden twins. Borden win. Teensy and Weensy played by Rosalind and Marilyn Borden. They're alive as last I heard. So very cool. Lucy, you have some explaining to do. He never said that. You love the John Wayne episodes. Ooh, love Turning Pages sound. 3 favorite Ethel moments. Ooh. Let me tell you, my favorite Ethel moments, they might be unique from what you guys may pick. Like it may be like when she did things with Lucy, meaning like maybe when she did the chocolate. No, my favorites are when she meets celebrities and she gets like all into herself. Like she's all like, ooh, like she gets starstruck. One of my favorites is when she meets Don Loper in the fashion show episode. And she's like, oh, Mr. Loper. And she like, it's almost like it hits her. And she does that, oh, like that with different celebrities. She did it with Mr. Boyer. How you doing? Oh, you doing Mr. Wayne? She did the same thing. Amazing. So I would say those 3 moments are just great. Abdullah, I love you as well. Take care. Thanks again for coming in from the other side of the world. Literally the other side of the world, Turkey. That is insane. And getting on here live, amazing. Well, I appreciate it, Greg. I'm glad that I've helped you guys increase your knowledge of I Love Lucy. I'm forever indebted to you guys because you guys allow me to do this. Meaning, if I would have no people watching, if I've had no support, I would have to drop doing this and do something else. Like spend my time doing something else because there would be no benefits. And there's so many benefits. You guys reach out to me. Sometimes people send me things through the mail. The fact that you guys send me live chats, like that all helps me be able to do this. So I am indebted to you guys. Thank you so much. When you'll be live again, I don't know, Leo. I would say hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet and hit the notification bell because that tells you when I go live. I don't have a set schedule just because of how my life goes and it's kind of busy. So I would say the best way is doing that and it'll notify you. Of course, Brandon, you can definitely hear Desi laughing in the background. Check out the episode The Ballet when Lucy gets the pie in the face with the clown. The clown goes, slowly I turn. And he throws the pie at Lucy. You will hear Desi. You'll hear her. So watch out for that moment. Watch that episode in the near future when it comes on TV or if you have the DVD. Thank you, John. You're awesome. Such a great support. You guys are awesome. All great supporters. Let me see. Let me just chime in here. Awesome. Very cool. You've never been in an active live chat. Fun and exciting, right? Because I call you out, Brad Brown. Boom, I said your name. All right, guys and gals, I think I'm going to take off. You guys are amazing. One of the greatest viewed live chats ever at time when it was live. Thank you so much for supporting. Sorry for the rough start. I'm going to see if I can tweak things and test it out before and see if I can get used to the new system. But I appreciate it. If you guys missed anything, if you guys missed any of the live stream, don't worry. Wait and go watch. I know it's probably not as fun, but you get to see what we talked about and then maybe formulate answers for next time, formulate questions so that I can answer. So I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the support. If you haven't hit that thumbs up on your way up, please hit that thumbs up. It does help out. Please subscribe. Again, it does help out. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to stay positive and most importantly, I don't know what this means, but I'm just doing it. Be hopeful.